What up, what up, what up? It's Ray V. Let's get it.
Call me a lover boy, simp, Libra. It's more than lovesick. I got a fever. Feelings overloading. Not to be a diva. Standing 10 toes down. I'm not gonna leave you.
Sad boy quote of the day. After you, I won't seek love again, because I know if I do, everyone I meet, I'll be searching for pieces of you. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to decipher that thing. Simple, straightforward, and short one today. Let's split it up. After you, I won't seek love again. In general, love takes so much out of you. It's not, hard to love, but, it does consume you. Or is that just me? Oop. But right now, I don't know if my heart can take even loving again. Someone once said the price you pay for loving so hard is never truly being able to love again. I don't know if that's true, scientifically proven, had a thesis done on it yet or anything, but right now, I can't even think about love. Low key makes me nauseous, so seeking would be absurd. Last line, because if I do, everyone I meet, I'll be searching for pieces of you. As brother's wife, shout out, would have said, do you even know how that feels? That's what she asked me when she heard me say this part. She certainly is something. She says, certainly brother's wife, for sure. But yeah, I feel like if the time ever comes, I already know what I like, what I enjoy, what I'm used to, what brings me peace, all that jazz. So yeah, I would probably just be searching for all the stuff that I liked in you, which was everything, needs to watch friends, like yoga, enjoy walks, love language, etc., etc., etc. Torturous, one would say. So yeah, whoever wrote that quote about loving so hard, it might have been spitting. We'll have to get back to y'all on that one. Alright, the F ain't for feels, it's for fantasies. So let's get into our deepest fantasies, baby. We're going to do our final rankings of a rookie Superflex Dynasty Draft picks before the NFL Draft later today. First to fourth round, 48 rookies and 6 more honorable mentions where I would have had them ranked. So let's get into it. Alright, we're going to go through our top 48. I was trying to do a tier list thing, but it definitely was not working. So I just gave myself all the draft picks here. So let's go ahead and do it. So at 1, definitely Jeremiah Love. Number 2, I messed around with my rankings, and I think I'm going to take Carnell Tate over him, over Fernando Mendoza. Also going to take Makai Lemon, and this is where you could pick either or. You want Fernando Mendoza or Jordan Tyson. For me right now, I'm going to take Jordan Tyson over Fernando Mendoza, and Fernando Mendoza will take at number 5. So right here, any of these, well, always Jeremiah Love, 101. But from 2 to 5, I could see anything happening. All landing spot dependent. Who goes over who, with the wide receivers especially. Fernando Mendoza really just depends how your league values quarterbacks. If you like quarterbacks, if you need a quarterback, all that stuff, really league dependent. I like to push quarterback values up, but not everyone's market is the exact same. So I push them down to 5 right here. If Carnell Tate goes to like the Browns and Makai Lemon goes to like the Dolphins or something, Jordan Tyson gets the best landing spot of them all. Obviously, you could jump Jordan Tyson over everybody, but right now, if they all get bad landing spots, they all get good landing spots. I could see it like this. If they all hit their ceilings, I'd have Jordan Tyson over Carnell Tate. I'd probably have it if they all 3 of them hit their ceilings. Tyson, Tate, Lemon is probably the way I would have it, but we don't know. We don't know yet until the landing spots hit later tonight. All right, who's my 6? My 6, I jumped Casey Concepcion above. Who did I have before? Denzel Boston. I jumped him up. He saw his letter to the GMs. He said, "Pick me. I'm the best in the draft." That's what's up. I like the confidence there. And whoever's drafting him is probably going to be devoted to putting him in a role that they'll just play design for him and everything. So you got to think that through. So I definitely jumped him up right here. I still do like Denzel Boston, and I actually have him right there, 107. And at 108, I have Omar Cooper Jr. So all three of these guys, honestly, also landing spot dependent. They could all jump each other pretty up and down all the time. All on landing spot. All ceilings, I would say Concepcion, maybe Cooper over Boston, and then Boston. Boston, I could totally see him just being super red zone, touchdown dependent. Being a really good role. Definitely be like a Mike Evans type of player, or he looks good most weeks, but he'll spike week when he gets a touchdown, 2 touchdowns a week. But this is how I have him right now: 106, 107, 108. Concepcion, Boston, Cooper, and that means right here, Kenyon Sadiq drop down just a little bit. I believe I have a 107, so I dropped him down behind the two receivers. Still think he's good. After looking at everybody in the class and everything, think like he's still good, but I pushed him down and I put Stowers a little higher. Spoiler. So right here, let me see what I got next. I still got Ty Simpson. It's looking more and more like he's going to be in the first round. Dang, I should have put this on that side. Maybe in the middle. Oh well. Well, you can see it on this side actually. So 110 Ty Simpson. It's looking more and more he's going to go in the first round. And it looks like the Cardinals probably going to trade back into the first to take him. And they're beefing with Jacoby Brissett right now. So who knows? Maybe Ty Simpson goes to the Cardinals and he starts week 1. We don't know. Jacoby Myers wants that payday. Next guy, still have Jadarian Price as my RB2, and still have Jonah Coleman. No, I don't. I have Mike Washington. So I believe that's the same order I had him in as a 2-3. Jadarian Price, I just feel like he is that. He could still be that number 2 guy, or number 2 running back in this draft. He was playing behind Jeremiah Love, Mike Washington. Just a more versatile. Bigger burst, big boom, big play ability. David Montgomery, who else do I have? So that is my whole first round, 101 to 112. Going on to round 2 now, and I actually have bumped him all the way up. Do really like Jeremy. What the heck is this? Jeremy Bernard. Really bumped him all the way up here. Dang, am I gonna have to keep scrolling like that? Oh well. Jeremy Bernard. I do like him. I jumped him over all my other receivers. I don't really remember I had him. I think I had him with the 201 to 206 area. The other guy I really jumped up. I believe I had him at 212. I just had him down there just because everybody was, he's off an injury. He wasn't recovered yet last time when I started making it, my list and everything. But Nick Singleton, big play guy. I could totally see him in a 1-2 punch and just, really thriving in a committee role because that's what he's done his whole career. After that, Jonah Coleman. The production is just there. He's just been that good. And then I actually have, there we go, Eli Stowers. Put him above a few guys. I don't remember where I had him before. Let's see. And then Emmett Johnson. So I messed around with those a little bit. I do like Nick Singleton over Jonah Coleman. Jonah Coleman, definitely still have him over Emmett Johnson. I believe I had that before already. And bump Stowers up a little bit. And now I have Chris Bell. That was supposed to be Chris Bell. Undo this. Ooh. I was supposed to click Chris Bell there. So let's just pretend that's Chris Bell, not Brazel. Misclick. And then I have Elijah Surratt and Zachariah Branch. Misdemeanor. Got arrested for smiling on the sidewalk. Something dumb like that. Hell, maybe your league mates drop him down a little bit. So right there, 208, 209. I have Nussmeier. So I did push down the QBs a little bit in my rankings, just because some of my leagues value them so highly doesn't mean all the leagues should value them that highly. So got Nussmeier right there, and then my bad, I got my list on my phone. I made, and then Brazel, so I'll put Chris Bell there. So they're supposed to be different, or they're supposed to be swapped. So Chris Bell and Brazel, swap them. I do like Chris Bell. The production's there, the big plays there. Sorry, I don't have my notes up. But I do like him, and then Elijah Sherrod, even Zachariah Branch, a big play guy. He really do something. Um, and then Brazil, definitely, is the last one of those ones. Who is my Brazil? Katron Allen, good running back. That's my next running back dart right there. Um, and then Malachi Fields. Wait, yeah, all right, yeah. Malachi Fields right there. I like it. I like it. And I actually have, so that's my 201 to 212 right there. 201 to 212. Next guy, going to be, I like Dedmon Claiborne. You know, in pushing the quarterbacks down, I feel like I did push the running backs up, but I just feel like the value is always there with running backs, and you're always going to need a running back. Um, so I feel like that's what I did a lot, but it is what it is. Production is there, the profile is there. I like him more than my next guy. Max Clare is my next guy at 302, 303, Skylar Bell. I have Antonio Williams and Ted Hurst. Jacoby Lane. Maybe I should just click them and then I'll talk about them after. So I got Seth McGowan. And I actually have Bryce Lance. Like the profile of Bryce Lance. Dang, he's all the way not here at all. Bryce Lance, Jamari Taylor, also not here. Oh no, he's up here. Oh my gosh, I think I put Jam. Yeah, that's Jamari Taylor. Let's pretend that's Jamari Taylor. And then Adam Randall. And then LR, Brandon Thompson. So I don't even see LR here. Might value him too highly. That's unfortunate. Still think he has a chance to do something. Oh, 200 points. Ooh, 200 points. Ooh, Bryce Lance, 200 points. Not looking good on, what are we on, RotoWire? Not looking good here. And then Brennan Thompson. Oh, oh, see, even on here. Brennan Thompson. Oof, 210. Well, these guys are looking pretty ugly right now, but I think like the risk of them is a lot better. So I got Tim and Claiborne. You know, I feel like he has a good shot at having a role. Max Clare, you know, production and the versatility of him. Skylar Bell, Antonio Williams, Ted Hurst, Jacoby Lane. I like him like that. Would have, yeah. I really think Jacoby Lane's gonna be good, but I'm too scared to put him way too higher. But I think he's gonna be good. I think Ted Hurst will get a chance, a good amount of opportunity with his profile and his production, even though he's coming from a smaller school. Some of the Gowans right here. Same with Bryce Lance. Same thing with Ted Hurst. Think he's just gonna get a chance. Jam Miller is supposed to be Jamari Taylor, so oops, my bad. Adam Randall, he just has a good production profile. He can handle the workload, so maybe they'll give him a chance. LR, I think he could have a chance. I don't think he's going to be a rookie starting quarterback or anything, but I think like he would be a good backup, maybe a bridge quarterback next year's season or something. You definitely push him down, especially if your league doesn't value quarterbacks. Brandon Thompson, I really think like he just have big plays, and if he hits, like he'll hit, and you know it's the 312. Start taking your shots. I think that's a good spot for him. So next guy, well, I'm just gonna start typing them because maybe. Oh yeah, ooh. Roman Hemby. Next guy, Le'Veon Moss. Beck. Yikes. Justin Jolie. Dang. Not looking good here. Eric. What? His name not Eric. Alistair? McAllister isn't on here? Dang. Not looking good for me, y'all. Hopefully he gets drafted decently high. So let's pick a name. I'm going to pick Barry and Brown. That's McAllister. It's not even on here. This is so unfortunate. So I like McAllister. I like Kevin Coleman Jr. right here. Jaden Ott is my next guy. Production profile. Oh man. That's all. Yeah. Jam Miller. So this is my Jamari Taylor right here. I don't think Eli. He's gonna, yeah. Eli Heidenreich. It's definitely not here, the Navy guy. So I will pick. Who's not on my list right now? Who's a running back? Put Terrian Stewart. That is my Eli Heidenreich. Michael Trigg. Trigg. That's Trigg not here. Oh. Trigg, Cole Payton, and please tell me Cole Payton's on here. And Klubnik. Alright, so this is my old, let me go through the fours first. So Roman Hemby, Le'Veon Moss, good darts on running backs. They could definitely get a role, projected role out there as long as they make the team. Big if, but we're already in the 4th round here. Carson Beck, these guys were all him, LR, Klubnik. I don't know if Cole Payton was ever, but these guys used to all be projected 1st round at some point. When they first jumped into college, had some setbacks, had some transfers. But, they were at one point, so that's a good gamble to take a bet on. Like, they were projected to be 1st-round quarterbacks at one point, so maybe they can return to that. Maybe not. Who knows? Justin Jolie, like him right here. Here's my 405. Yeah, this is supposed to be Eric McAllister. And then I like him over Kevin Coleman Jr., Jaden Ott. He's a lot of injury on him, but I definitely think he could do something. Jamari Taylor's supposed to be Jam Miller. And then Eli Heidenreich. He is the Navy guy that I was talking about. Definitely think he's going to get drafted. Not going to be a undrafted free agent, and he's should have some production. He's going to be a good dart throw there. I'm not going to say he's going to be like the next Kyle Manunga, the next, but he could be something. These are, after even part of the 2nd round, it's a dart throw. So, I'm just taking hits or taking dart throws that could be hits, could be valuable, could help your team during the week. Like Manungai, he's a good 3rd, 4th round pick. And he really helped you during your weeks if you didn't have him on your taxi squad, if you had to pull him out of your taxi squad. Who's my 4? Yep. And then Trigg, he has a good profile, might be able to do something, so he's a good dart right here. Tight ends in Dynasty, they feel like they don't matter if it's not a top 3 tight end, but you could really make leeway, make up the difference of your team and your opponent's team that week with a tight end on the field, catching touchdowns or just abusing PPR points. Cole Payton, definitely think that they could make him into like a Taysom Hill role. So, that's a good dart throw. Just some runner, versatile, could do some quarterback stuff. Or if he sits on Green Bay or something and gets develops his throwing and everything, like they can make him a real quarterback, and then he's a runner after that. That'd be pretty good. Kate Klubnik, good thrower. He could be something. He could be a starter one day. Maybe not this season. Maybe a bridge quarterback, and then that's the value right there. Right when he's announced a starter, that's when you trade him, and you get something out of it. So let's do a quick little. So 101, Jeremiah Love, Carnell Tate, Mekhi Lemon, Jordan Tyson. So any of these guys, like I was saying earlier, any of these 3 could get swapped around with landing spots. Fernando Mendoza, especially with Jordan Tyson, you could flip him around, but like I was saying earlier, he should be as high as the 102 right here. It just depends on your league. Depends if you need a quarterback. If this guy's gonna be sitting on your bench all season, you're gonna leave him in the taxi squad all season. You already got 2 good quarterbacks. The value is always gonna be there with a quarterback. But definitely, like Carnell Tate would help you in your season, especially if you're trying to win, making a push this upcoming season. Concepcion, I moved him over Boston, and Cooper, I moved him up. Again, with these 3 guys, there's tiers on here. Yeah, these 3 guys are tiered together. Landing spot as well, same exact thing. Kenny Sadiq, moved him down. Still think he's going to be good, but, these receivers, they got something more on them. They should be more productive than him. Uh, Ty Simpson's right here. Still think he's going to be in the first round. Like my running backs right here, Jadarian Price, Mike Washington. Move Jeremy Bernard all the way up. Like the tape on him. Like his production. Nick Singleton, coming off his injury, was hoping that he'd fall a little lower, but it looks like everyone's pushing him back up. So you got to follow the trend. Jonah Coleman, Eli Stowers moved him up, and Emmett Johnson. Chris Brazil right here is supposed to be somebody else. Chris Bell. It's supposed to be Chris Bell. Elijah Srott, Zachariah Branch, Nussmeyer. Still have him here in the second, but moved him down a bit, 209. And this is supposed to be Chris Brazil right here. Katron Allen. Still think he could get a role too. In a backfield somewhere. Malachi Fields, Demond Claiborne, Max Clare, Skylar Bell, Antonio Williams, Ted Hurst, Jacoby Lane, Seth McGowan, Bryce Lance, Jam Miller. That's supposed to be Jamari Taylor, Adam Randall, Drew Alar, Brennan Thompson, and then fourth round Roman Hemby, Le'Veon Moss, Carson Beck, Justin Jolie. Varian Brown is supposed to be Eric McAllister, Kevin Coleman Jr., Jaden Ott. This is supposed to be Jam Miller, and then it's my Navy boy, Eli Heidenreich, and yeah, Michael Trigg, Cole Payton, Cade Klubnik. So it gave me a B plus on that. I did everybody, so that's quite unfortunate. But with these points right here, you can see the consensus feel, I guess, on them at least right now. So like 200 is probably, I think it's the bottom. So these guys, all 200s right here. So people aren't even looking at them. So these guys are sleepers that you have in your mind. Might still be good. Could be hits. Everything after the second. Pretty tough dart throws. And then my 6 honorable mentions are going to be Robert Henry Jr., Deion Burks, Tanner Cosdiol, Galen Black, Desmond Reed, and Rasul Bison. So can't show them there. But, oh well, I guess we could look at the big board real quick. What is our big board? So they did something similar right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, is this? No. No. Okay. So community, the consensus right now is the same as I had it. Carnell Tate, Makai Lemon, Tyson, Fernando Mendoza, Concepcion, Boston, Cooper. Oh wow. Wait, is this mine? No, it's just the same. Nick Singleton. I'm confused. Okay, this is the big board. Oh, it's tripping me out. I was like, this is the exact same thing. So right here, Jeremiah. So consensus ADP community big board. Jeremiah Love, Carnell Tate, Makai Lemon, Fernando Mendoza, Jordan Tyson. So like I was saying, they swapped around. They still got Kenyon Sadiq up here at number 6. That's fine. Concepcion, Amar Cooper, Denzel Boston. So they jumped Amar Cooper over Denzel Boston here. Jadarian Price, Jonah Coleman. So I had Mike Washington up here. Do like Jonah Coleman though. Eli Stowers makes it his way into the first. Okay, 100%. Dang. Or well, that's drafted. He is 12.7. And Nicholas Singleton still jumped all the way up there. Elijah Sherrod jumped above a few of my guys like Mike Washington, Emmett Johnson, Ty Simpson here in the second. Okay, 203. Mike Washington. Let's see. Down there, Emmett Johnson, Zachariah Branch, Chris Brazil, Chris Bell. Okay, so I had Brazil over. Had that one right. For that much. Zachariah. Katron Allen, they bumped him. And Malachi Fields still. Trinidad Chambliss. You know what? I totally forgot about Chambliss. He's like supposed to be like the second or third quarterback off the board, actually. I hella forgot about him. I don't know why. Yeah, he's definitely a guy should be in here. I totally did not have him on here at all. That's crazy. Jacoby Lane. Where'd I have Jacoby Lane? Wait, I'm on 306, so they jumped him all the way up. I do like Jacoby Lane. I see Des Bryant talking about him right now. I see a lot of guys talking about how good he's going to be. Didn't want to jump him up too much, but shoot, it's looking pretty good. It looks like everyone's already ahead of me. Nussmeyer up here, Jeremy Bernard. So I had Jeremy Bernard at my 201. Skylar Bell, Max Clare, Antonio Williams, Mike Trigg. Dang, jumped them all the way up. Claiborne, Kevin Coleman Jr., Le'Veon Moss, Jam Miller. Ooh, Jam Miller over Jamari Taylor. That's not how I had it. I had Jamari Taylor over. It's Ted Hurst right here. He jumped them all the way up. Actually, where did I have him? I had Ted Hurst at 305. So that's a little under mine. Seth McGowan, Jack Endries. Dang. Gabe Klubnik. I pushed them all the way up. Deion Burks, C.J. Daniels. Didn't even have him. Barian Brown. Luke Altmaier, quarterback. Dang, I had all the kind of good quarterbacks on my list. Adam Randall, Justin Jolie, Robert Henry Jr., Oscar Delp, Sam Roosh. Bison's right here. What's that? I had Alt on my list. Ooh, Hemby. I got my 401. I had Reed somewhere there. What was he? My honorables. He was in my honorable mentions. Bryce Lance not drafted either. Dang. Oh, well, we're up to 48 is where our 4th round would end. But I'm just checking this out a little bit. Bryce Lance, Carson Beck, Drew Allure. Dang. So, yeah, maybe I do have. And Cole Payton, not even drafted. Brendan Thompson, might have pushed him up. But if he hits, he hits. But you could say that about anybody. He's a big play guy. Dang. All these quarterbacks just not taken. Diego Pavia. Dang. Alright, so the back end of my draft looks pretty ugly. If consensus falls to, what it truly ends up being. I forgot. Trinidad Chainless. I always hear his name on podcasts too. I don't know why I didn't even think of him. So that's what consensus is right now. So, hey man, maybe I got egg on my face. It doesn't look too good, but we will see after tonight. Or at least the first round will be done tonight. Hope you guys like those rankings and me attempting to talk it all through. I realized all my notes were on my laptop and couldn't pull them up halfway through the screen sharing and everything. So that's what happened when I couldn't remember everything. But y'all get the gist of it. When I re-ranked them, in the script and everything, I had all the stats and profiles and what I wrote about them. I had all of it pulled up. So, that's the rankings I gave it, with all the information. The back end of my draft definitely doesn't look like consensus at all. I said I wanted to push QBs down and did not push them down enough. And totally forgot about Trinidad Chainless. How can I forget that name? But we'll see how it all looks like after this weekend, after the draft. I'm still confident, but like I said, I might just have egg on my face, and we'll revisit after landing spots and everything and draft capital are finalized. But don't forget your daily dose of send that trade. Send it. That's it for today, though. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, rebuilds fade, dynasties reign.